I knew that I was called to be a licensed local pastor appointed to Extension Ministry in 2004. Three significant things occurred in that year. First, Released and Restored became an advanced special of the Great Plains Annual Conference. Second, the Book of Discipline was changed at General Conference in 2004 to allow licensed local pastors to be appointed to Extension Ministry. And finally, Released and Restored became a registered nonprofit corporation in the state of Nebraska in December 2004. These three things clearly affirmed my call to prison ministry and appointment to Extension Ministry. To become a licensed local pastor, you must go through the candidacy process just like our sisters and brothers who are called to ordain ministry. That candidacy process is very interesting and fun. We have to go through a 4-hour psychological testing. We have to be analyzed by a clinical psychologist. We also have to have a physical to make sure we're healthy enough to carry out ministry. The educational requirements are different, however. Licensed local pastors must complete 5 years of course of study. That time frame can be extended depending on whether or not you're appointed to full-time ministry or part-time ministry. The role of a licensed local pastor appointed to Extension Ministry is a little bit different than the role of a licensed local pastor appointed to parish ministry. As a licensed local pastor appointed to Extension Ministry, I have sacramental authority, and I baptize and serve communion, celebrate communion with those I am called to serve. In addition, my appointment to Extension Ministry also parallels the role of a chaplain, serving in a hospital ministry or serving at a nursing home, for example. The emphasis for me in Extension Ministry is the provision of pastoral care to those I am privileged to serve. So you're trying to discern if you're called to ministry as a licensed local pastor. The first bit of advice I would give you is listen. Listen with your heart and listen with your mind. Listen to what your friends are saying, listen to what your family is saying, listen to what your pastor is saying, listen to what God is saying. For me, when I knew without a doubt this was my call, was the very first time I walked across the prison yard at the Nebraska State Penitentiary with our very first volunteer, and we walked from turnkey to the chapel, and I remember thinking to myself, what in the world could two middle-aged white women possibly offer to a prison full of inmates? And then came the reassuring voice, you answered my call, you said you would follow where I lead, and here is where I'm leading.